Hello, welcome to Living in the Ampersand and the Sacred Beyond. I am out on a walk, and as you can tell, it is a glorious afternoon after much rain, as you can see on the path behind me. I've had to circumvent sections of the bridleway because it was just too muddy, and I just really did not want to slip into the mud. So, welcome and thanks for joining me on my walk. I have been back in England now for nearly 6 days, and I'm settling back in and realizing that the holidays are quickly approaching. I was getting to share with some friends last night who were coming down to Cornwall for the holidays that we're going to see each other in 2 weeks, and it was like only 2 weeks away. My goodness, I thought it was just December 1st, and here we are on December 10th. So as I think ahead to the holidays, I'm definitely dropping into the 13 Sacred Nights, my next offering. And I love the 13 Sacred Nights journey. I first practiced the 13 Sacred Nights 3 years ago when I had my first Christmas alone. And I knew I needed something very nourishing, very rhythmical, like where I would engage every day. I would have something every day for myself. And I loved it. I sat down every day as the sun went down, and I reflected on the year before, and I opened to the next year. And somehow in all that, I was guided to actually record and document my whole journey. Yes, for myself personally in my own journal, but also as what the process was, how I did it, what I did. And I didn't quite know why at the time, but then 2 years ago, 1 year ago when I was here in England, I was like, I'm going to do the 13 Sacred Nights journey again. And I wonder if anybody would want to join me. And I had a beautiful circle of women show up and be part of the experience with me. And so as we're approaching 13 Sacred Nights again, which are the darkest nights of the year, where we come in at the solstice with the longest night and the shortest day, where the nights are actually the darkest. And in that darkness, we are offered a portal into, like, where the veils are thinnest, to receive guidance and wisdom. So in this journey, what we do is we gather for 13 Sacred Nights. We have an opening call on December 20th. Then we gather for 13 nights. UK 4 p.m., Pacific time 8 a.m. So wherever you are in that, we can show you or give you a link to what time that would be for you. And we gather daily. And each night we connect in with a different zodiac spiral of the year. So we start with Aries, with the spring equinox being the beginning of the new year. And we reflect on Aries from the past year. And then we open to what is asking to come forth in Aries of 2026. And we do that Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo throughout the year. In the middle of that journey, we have the 13th Sacred Night. Even more the time at a time, where what we do is on New Year's Eve is we relax into the year as a whole, and we receive our card for the year, our word for the year, our theme, our invitation. And then in the new year, we step into Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And what's so beautiful about having these 3 months of winter as the completion of our journey is that we get to enter into winter more consciously, more aware of what's being asked of us, so that we can more deeply drop into prepare, to receive, to till the soil of our soul. And this process, this journey for me has been such a gift. I feel as though then I have a container to hold me throughout the whole year. One of our participants from last year painted these beautiful spirals that we have actually now incorporated into the 13 Sacred Nights journal. They're beautiful luminescent spirals, one for each of the 13 Sacred Nights, and a special one for our annual night. And in that, she posted them on the wall of her room. And at the beginning of each zodiac spiral and the completion of the former one, she would check in and touch into what had been gifted to her during the 13 Sacred Nights journey, what was happening, what was unfolding and evolving for her. So out of being so inspired by the beauty of her spirals, we created the 13 Sacred Nights Journal for you to have in one place, a beautiful journal to reflect, to ask questions, to invite in what's next. So I invite you to join us. It's truly a beautiful journey. It's a place where you can come in, relax, be with you during the holidays. Have an hour plus where you can drop in and feel so deeply nourished and held and be part of a really beautiful group of women, part of an amazing circle of beautiful women. We come together, we share, we support each other. And then you've got the following 24 hours to be with what card you received. You can take more time to journal with it. And maybe that's when you get busy with your family and kind of do more traditional holiday things. But 13 Sacred Nights is a place for you to just come in, relax, enjoy, choose yourself, choose to be part of something that's so deeply rewarding and deeply nourishing. And this practice has actually changed my life in such a beautiful way. Nothing dramatic, but out of a way of then being held, contained, and more coherent throughout the following year. It feels like it brings more value and more purpose and more guidance throughout my whole year. And I have it to fall back into, step forward with, and in the process, much more clearly and consciously create what is really being asked of me to create, to manifest, and to enjoy. So if any of this resonates with you, I'd love for you to join us. It's just a beautiful experience, and we are in the process of filling up our registrations now, and we start on December 20th. So I'll put the link below. So much love. Until next time.